Good morning. Mike Schmucki here from Fount Farm LLC here in Jonesburg, Missouri. Today is the 16th of August, 2025. It is around 6:37 a.m. Behind me is my house. We are still building. I just want to tell a little bit about our story, who we are, what we do. I think that's important for everyone to know who their farmer is and what we're doing and why. So, where else to start but from the beginning? I'm the second generation of the family name to live on the property. First generation to start homesteading. And there are three generations living here. My mother, ourselves, and then my children. With that being said, I've been married for a little over 21 years. Together with her for about 24 years total. We have 4 children together, and we're going to take a walk in the woods, actually, on this farm walk. And served 21 years in the Air Force. I have a couple of deployments to the desert, Iraq, Afghanistan, some other spots throughout. And I decided that after some time in the service, my wife and I were like, hey, we like this, this homesteading lifestyle looks interesting. This is while we were in Belgium, Japan a little bit, and then Belgium, really thinking about it. Got to test it out in Iowa, and that was really enjoyable. And so now we're at the point of, hey, let's do this. And I retired to take care of my parents. They are elderly, they needed me, so I gave up my career to come back. And I also went through a bout of just figuring out who I am outside of the uniform. God has blessed us with where we're at and what we're going to do. And so we want to produce for those that are around us in our community. If you're watching this and you live on the East Coast, sorry, but you're not really going to get any honey from me at this time. I can't send any. One, because I don't have any. The bees are still producing it. And two, right, that's some shipping costs and stuff that I just don't have right now. Don't have it figured out. I guess my other dog's up there. Why did we begin homesteading? Why did we think? It really comes down to a food journey. We were a typical American diet while in the service, and we had 2 kids, very healthy, had a 3rd kid, very healthy, and then finally we had our 4th child. Now there's quite the difference between the 2nd and 3rd as far as years. I think it was like a 5-year gap, but the 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th are pretty close together. That being said, the 4th kid, our youngest, Jameson, had some issues. Won't say what, but I will say that we finally figured out it was diet. He was young enough, and we're talking, below 2 years old, where we figured out, oh my gosh, his problems are diet. I made some pancakes one day. Somebody had advised, hey, switch to all organic ingredients. I thought, hubbub. That's a load of crap. But we did it. Spent the money. It was expensive, especially because we were living in Japan. Because I was buying everything at the commissary on base. So, went ahead and did it. My wife was very like, hey, we got to try something. So finally, these hippie friends of ours had suggested it. So I was like, fine, but it's a load of crap. And he was fine. That whole day, he was good. We gave all organic ingredients. All organic food. So then, it's like, I don't believe this. So the next day I made normal pancakes, Bisquick and just whatever, milk and eggs and whatever. And it was instant issues again. Threw everything away. We switched to organic. We watched food documentaries, went down that path that a lot of people do of where does our food come from? How do we actually get this? How did we get where we're at now? The amount of research we did was at first superficial, and as we dug deeper, we noticed what are the other countries doing? And that was part of our food journey. So when we left Japan, went to Europe, we stayed, trying to eat off of the economy. Very healthy, stayed good. Came back to the States. Things didn't go so good. Health kind of declined again. So we were homesteading, raised our own chicken, which was delicious. Had our own eggs, and as we tried to eat off the land, what we grew and had, again, our health improved. Raised some bees, had some honey, things like that from the abundance that we had. Started selling a little bit of eggs, sold some broilers, sold some honey. And so now we're at the point, so then we went back to Japan. Then we came back here and we had to start from scratch. Even though it's, my parents were living here, we are starting from scratch. There's nothing set up for homesteading. We had to build a house, and there's no fencing. There's really nothing. It's just, it's a raw land. My dad let it go because he was letting nature do its thing, which it gives us all of this, right? A lot of beauty to it, and these trails that he made, and I'm very grateful for it. Well, once now that we're here, we've been here for coming up on a year, and because we haven't been living in a home, it's been very difficult to say, okay, these are the things we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and farm this or raise that or whatever. But we are at the point now where as our home is getting to where we can move in, it's, what's next? Families first, okay? I mean, God is the priority. I should say that. Then the family. Everything else falls beneath that. Why does that matter? Because if family starts falling apart or having issues, the business slows down. I will stop that if need be. And so I think we're at a point where we can do some broilers. We've got lamb. And our intent is, from our abundance, is to sell to our community. And that way you can know your farmer. Here's the kicker. For our feed, for example, I still should say for the sheep. The sheep are purely on grass. That's it, grass. I just walked right into a spider. Oh God, look at that guy. Ah! Whew, that was a huge spider. All right. We're not going to edit that out because I don't like to edit. It's fine. Hey, Val, come. The good puppo. Keep on going. The sheep are on grass, completely on grass. And that's how they should be. No problem. It's the other animals that we're looking at, like broilers. So broilers are they are a freak of nature. They're fast growing and they need a lot of food. Cheap food is corn and other things that can go along with that. A lot of waste food, and then they can still grow fast. And they're still pretty lean, etc. Well, chickens like to scratch and eat bugs and do certain things, and that's what I'm going to do for ours. I'm also going to have it where, sorry, another spider. We have our chicken where it's corn free and soy free. There are individuals with allergies that cannot eat corn or soy products, even if they're animal. Like if the chicken eats it, they get it. So what your food eats matters. It matters big time. So if you see our prices and you say, wait a second, why is that so expensive? Well, there's effort, energy that's put into this to make sure that our pasture rotation is proper, that on the pasture, they're going to have the bugs that they need to have the protein, and to have enough energy to continue to grow while at the same speed, basically. and then all the feed, because they have to have extra, they still need feed, because they are, even though they're on pasture, they're in chicken tractors. And so I move them every single day, and you'll see these in other videos. And I'll have a shorter intro and stuff like that. But these chickens will be on pasture. They'll be moved every single day, and they will have corn and soy-free feed. With that, yes, our chicken is a bit more expensive than the store-bought stuff. But the taste and the fact that these chickens are raised outside, come on. Yeah, they're going to be delicious, and they're healthy, and they're more designed. Like, this is what chickens should be doing. This is how chickens should be living. So that's kind of where we're at now. I have an orchard that's going in. It's still growing. And I think, so our main product right now will be chicken, lamb, honey, and later, pick your own orchard. That's kind of where we'll stop. There may be some side products from that, but that's our primary goal. Well, hello, Mr. Paul. Yeah, that's Mr. Paul, and this is Miss Val. So, but that's our intent, and that's what we're going to grow. So I hope that you are able to watch us grow, see our progress, give advice on what we could do different. And I hope that this was informative for you of why we do what we do. There you go. May God bless you and your family. Y'all have a good one. Take care.